Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Six Shot and this is Six Shot Gaming Channel, and today I have another what to do on block vid for y'all. This time it's all about Android 16. And y'all should know the drill by now, people. If you find something useful in this video, please smash the like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and check out some of the past content. But anyways, let's get started. So Android 16 is a grappler in this game, so he doesn't have that many special moves you can work with on block. So the main thing we're going to be talking about in this video is a hell heat attack. And you do this by doing core circle forward or backward in the key blast button. So whenever you start a block string, 99% of the time you always want to go into your hell heat attack. The quarter circle forward version is neutral on block, meaning that they both recover at the same time. And the quarter circle back version is plus on block. How much plus on block, I'm not too sure, but you definitely have the advantage. And if your opponent was to press buttons and you was to press buttons after, you will always beat out your opponent. So I know you probably asking, why would I ever do the quarter circle forward version and the quarter circle back version is plus on block? Well, the quarter circle forward version has more range than the quarter circle back version. As you can see, the quarter circle forward version will hit your opponent from starting range when the quarter circle back version wouldn't. So you basically have to be right up on your opponent for the quarter circle back version of the hell heat attack to reach your opponent. And this is very important when dealing with your block strings, which I'm about to show. So when you do a standard block string in Android 16, it causes too much pushback. So by the time you get to your hell heat attack, you will whiff on the hell heat attack and you could easily be punished. So for you not to whiff on your quarter circle back version, you have to cut your block string shorter than what it normally would be. And here's just a couple of examples of the plus frame advantage you have after the quarter circle back version of your hell heat attack. So one bad thing about the quarter circle back version of the hell heat attack, that it has a gap in between the block string, so it can easily be punished by jumping or by backdashing. This is where the quarter circle forward version of the hell heat attack is good, because even when you cut your block string short, your opponent cannot jump or backdash out of the quarter circle forward version of the hell heat attack. Also, with the quarter circle forward version, if you extend it with the key blast attack, you get stuck and locked down in a true block string that you cannot interrupt at all. The only thing you could do is super dash through the key blast, but then you're going to get hit by the hell heat attack. But the easy way to punish both versions of the hell heat attack is by reflect. So the next thing I want to talk about is, even though Android 16 has some slower normals than most, he can still outrange you because he has such long, massive limbs. So even after a quarter circle forward version of the hell heat attack, he can still outrange you with his normals if your opponent is not on point with immediately pressing the button. So if your opponent is just a little bit too slow on pressing those medium attacks or anything slower, they will be beat out. So the most foolproof way to beat out Android 16 in this situation is to attack with your fastest normals, which will be the light attack. And if you're Android 16 and you know this is coming, that they're going to attack with their light attacks, you could go into his standing heavy attack, which is a armored launcher, and it's very good. And even if they block, you could use the standing heavy attack to apply pressure with your hell heat attack. So, and here's just an example of just how good Android 16 standing heavy attack is. Again, it's an armored launcher and it's safe and it has very long range. You should abuse this move. Here's just a couple of clips of just how much reach this standing heavy attack has. So whenever you have the chance, abuse this move in neutral. It's very good. It's probably one of Android 16 best tools. And even if your opponent blocks, you could go straight into your hell heat pressure. And then you have advantage and you could go from there. Again, this move is just so good. Here's an example of a block standing heavy right into a Hell Heat Crusher. And if the standing heavy hits, you can easily go into a combo from there. So next thing we could go over, even though I think it's kind of gimmicky, but once you get your opponent scared of the Hell Heat Pressure and they don't want to press buttons, you could go into your power driver setups. Just with a slight delay after anything is blocked, you could go straight into any type of power driver you want to. But remember, this is not that safe because your opponent could easily mash buttons in between and hit you out of it. But just an example of what you could do. Also, if you got your opponent really scared and they don't want to press buttons, you don't have to always finish out a block string. You can easily go from 1 to 2 to 3 hit pause power drive setups just like so. And then Android 16 players should know once you hit that power driver, you can go straight into the cross-up setups. So another thing I want to talk about, but it's really gimmicky, I don't recommend it, but it can work 1 or 2 times a match, is an air grab setup with an assist call to back you up. You can easily mix up your opponent this way. If you have your opponent scared to press buttons, then you can do stuff like this after the air grab. And you can even mix up your opponent with the assist call by waiting a little longer for the assist to show up on the other side. But it can be easily be punished, so that's why I don't really recommend it. But you could change the strength of your air grab to get out of weight of punishment. But then your opponent can easily super dash at you just like so. But after the air grab, you can easily block to avoid being punished. Again, I don't really recommend this, but it can work 1 time a match. So, I don't know. Shoot, if you want to use it, go ahead. So another thing I want to talk about is Android 16 auto combo. Normally the third hit is a grab, and if you was to press it in succession, it will hit. But if you was to delay the third hit just a little bit, you could turn it into a command grab that's going to hit your opponent, and you can start a combo from there. Another tip I want to give you, this is extra and it has nothing to do on block or like what to do on block, but this is how to effectively use your self-destruct on your opponent. So I just did a block string Kamehameha. You know there's a gap in between Kamehameha, so you can use this against any character that has like a gap in between their moves. You can input the self-destruct in between the gaps, and it's a little bit hard. I'm taking a little while with it, but you can input the self-destruct in between the gaps, and your opponent cannot jump, or if their recovery is too long, you can easily catch your opponent just like so. So this goes for any Kamehameha user or anybody with a long type of recovery on it, special moves like that. But yeah, folks, that's the end of the road for this video on the What to Do on Block series, Android 16 edition. A lot of people requested Android 16. He wasn't even on my radar. I wasn't going to do him yet, but he's top tier, so I figured I'll put him out there. But yeah, anyways, this video is very useful. When you learn something new, please smash the like button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. But besides that, enjoy your day. Peace.
Till the lights go out, till my leg give out, can't shut my mouth.